Welcome to Bookspark channel. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you enjoy this one, don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's get into it. If you've spent hundreds of hours studying price action, indicators, and chart patterns, and your account is still bleeding, I need you to hear one sentence. It comes from the man they call the father of trading psychology, Mark Douglas. Learning to analyze the market is not the training that makes you a trader. Sounds crazy, right? Then what's the point of all those indicators and strategies? In his classic book, Trading in the Zone, Douglas makes a bold claim. What destroys the vast majority of traders isn't bad analysis. It's what happens between their ears. In the next 15 minutes, you're getting the entire essence of this book. Why even brilliant analysts blow up their accounts. The secret that keeps casinos winning night after night, the 5 truths that can erase fear from your trading, and a simple exercise Douglas promises will rewire your brain. The final piece of the puzzle comes at the very end, so stick around. Let's start with a little time travel. It's 1978, Wall Street. If you told people back then that you traded using charts, they'd laugh you out of the room. Technical analysis was dismissed as mystical hocus pocus, voodoo for gamblers. Only a tiny group took it seriously. Fundamental analysis ruled everything. Balance sheets, supply and demand, elegant mathematical models. Fast forward to today, and the tables have completely turned. As Douglas puts it, the purely fundamental analyst is practically extinct. So what happened? How did the scientific, logical approach lose? The answer is one missing variable: other traders. Fundamental models could tell you what price should be, but price isn't moved by formulas. It's moved by human beings clicking buy and sell based on their fears, their greed, their hopes, and their beliefs. And human beings are not always rational. You've probably lived the consequence yourself. Your analysis is correct. Price eventually reaches your target, but the emotional swings along the way are so violent that they wipe out your account and your nerves long before you get there. And that's the book's first lesson, so write it down. Being right isn't enough. You have to survive long enough to be right. Okay, so technical analysis is the answer? Not so fast. This is exactly where the trap begins. Technical analysis turns the market into an endless opportunity machine. Every candle, every time frame, a fresh setup. But Douglas says there's a massive gap between seeing an opportunity and having the ability to turn it into consistent profit. A gap most traders fall into for their entire careers. He compares the distance between consistent winners and everyone else to the distance between the Earth and the Moon. You see the moon every night. It looks so clear, so close, you feel like you could reach out and touch it. Consistent profit feels exactly the same. You see it on the chart every single day. If I just bought right there. But actually reaching the moon requires a completely different world of skills. Skills that have nothing to do with reading charts better. And here's the difference that stings. For consistent winners, the money is always within their grasp. They can take it out of the market almost at will. For everyone else, the profit evaporates at the exact moment they think they've finally got it in their hands. What's our natural reaction to losing? I must be missing something. I need to learn more. One more indicator, one more course, one lower time frame. Douglas gave this path a terrifying name: the road to ultimate frustration, the black hole of analysis. The logic is brutal. The more you learn, the higher your expectations of prediction become. And every time the market refuses to follow your analysis, which sooner or later it will, you feel more deeply betrayed. Betrayed by the market, betrayed by your strategy, and eventually betrayed by yourself. The end of this road is a place where you can't even trust your own analysis anymore. You see the signal, and your hand won't move. That's when fear takes the wheel. Douglas explains that fear mentally freezes us. Your brain locks its focus onto the object of the fear, losing, and blocks out any information related to opportunity and profit. In that state, everything logical you've ever learned simply vanishes. That's why someone who's a genius in backtesting makes the worst possible decision at the worst possible moment with real money on the line, pulling the stop, grabbing tiny profits early, and holding on to losers. So the problem isn't a lack of knowledge, it's a state of mind. And now it's time for Douglas's solution. Douglas's solution comes down to one word: probabilities. And the best teacher of this lesson is the last place you'd expect: a casino. A casino's edge at the roulette table is only about 4.5%. That means on any individual spin, the casino can absolutely lose, and it does, sometimes big. But does the floor manager break into a cold sweat when a gambler hits a winning streak? Never, because he doesn't think at the level of this one spin. He thinks at the level of the next 10,000 spins. He holds two seemingly contradictory beliefs at the same time. The outcome of each individual spin is completely random and unpredictable. But the outcome of the series, thanks to that 4.5%, is remarkably reliable. Douglas says this is precisely the paradox every professional trader has internalized. Random on the micro level, orderly on the macro level. Now compare that to the amateur. The amateur needs this trade to win. He stakes his entire identity on this one position. If it wins, he's a genius. If it loses, the world has betrayed him. The professional expects only one thing from any single trade: that something will happen. Winning and losing are both already priced into the ticket before he ever clicks buy. That's why professionals are so unnervingly calm. Not because they know where the market is going, but because they don't need to. Quick pause. If this is helping you, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell. It takes 3 seconds. Okay, back to Douglas. Douglas compressed this entire worldview into 5 statements. 5 truths that, if you believe them at a gut level, make the fear of trading disappear. Truth number 1, anything can happen. At any moment, a bank, a whale, or a surprise headline can invalidate your most flawless analysis. No setup is immune. Truth number 2, you don't need to know what's going to happen next in order to make money. The casino doesn't know the outcome of the next spin either, and it still profits every single month. Profit comes from repeating an edge, not from prophecy. Truth number 3, wins and losses are randomly distributed. A system that wins 60% of the time can still hand you 5 losses in a row. That's not a broken system, that's just how statistics work. A trader who doesn't understand this will throw away the best system in the world after 3 losing trades. Truth number 4, an edge is nothing more than a higher probability of one thing happening over another. That's it. It's not a guarantee. It's not fortune telling. It's just a slightly unfair coin tilted in your favor. Truth number 5, every moment in the market is unique. This setup may look identical to last week's setup, but it is not the same one, because the traders behind these candles have changed. Similarity is not a guarantee of repetition. Merely knowing these 5 truths changes nothing. The magic starts when they turn into belief, because then the market can never blindside you again. You've already made peace with every possible outcome. And now, the most important distinction in the entire book: the difference between knowing the risk and accepting the risk. Everyone says, sure, I know I might lose. But Douglas says knowing is not accepting. Real acceptance means that before you enter a trade, you define exactly how much you're willing to pay just to find out what this setup will do. And you mentally consider that money spent right now. Like a movie ticket. If the movie's bad, you don't get a refund. You just get up and leave. Here's a simple test you can run on yourself. How do you feel when you get stopped out? If it's anger, if you're still staring at the chart hours later, if you feel the urge to move your stop loss just this once, you haven't accepted the risk. You're merely tolerating it. And the market punishes that difference ruthlessly. Why does this matter so much? Because a mind that's afraid of losing censors information. It only sees what it wants to see. But a mind that has fully accepted the risk doesn't define any market information as a threat, so it sees everything clearly and slips into the state Douglas named the entire book after, the zone. A state of mind where trading flows without pain, without hesitation, without an internal war. Douglas has a jarring line. The successful trader you want to become does not exist yet. You're not just bolting a few techniques onto your current self. You're carving a brand new version of yourself out of stone, like a sculptor. And that means chiseling away old beliefs you've carried since childhood, beliefs that clash with the probabilistic nature of the market. The tool for this transformation is one central belief, drilled in through repetition. I am a consistent winner because, followed by 7 principles. 1. I objectively define my edge. 2. I predefine the risk of every single trade. 3. I fully accept that risk, or I walk away from the trade. 4. I act on my edge without hesitation or reservation. 5. I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. 6. I continually monitor my own susceptibility to making errors. 7. I understand that these principles are absolutely necessary for consistent success, so I never violate them. Pause for a second and notice something. Not one of these 7 principles is about analysis. Every single one of them is about you. And now the book's practical exercise, where all of this talk finally turns into action. Pick one specific setup with 100% clear rules, fixed position size, predefine stop loss and profit target. Then execute the next 20 trades of that setup with 0 exceptions. No extra filters. No, this one's different. No touching the stop. The goal of these 20 trades is not profit. The goal is to prove to your own brain that you can operate exactly like the casino, mechanically executing an edge, regardless of the outcome of any individual trade. Douglas promises that this deceptively simple exercise is your key into the zone, because for the first time, you'll be building trust in yourself through direct experience, not hope. So let's compress these 15 minutes into 3 sentences. Your problem isn't analysis, it's demanding certainty from a world of probabilities. Accept the risk before you enter, not after you're stopped out. And consistency comes from a new identity, not a new indicator. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment and tell me which of the 5 truths is the hardest one for you to believe. And if this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next breakdown. Your next video is already on your screen. Click it and keep building that trader's mind. Protect your capital, and even more importantly, protect your mind. I'll see you in the next one.